Big stories you're talking about in the big one today. A huge series this week at Great American Ballpark. It's the first place Reds and the second place Cardinals. The Reds come into the series with a 2-game lead over St. Louis thanks to the Reds' sweep of Chicago at Wrigley Field over the weekend. The Reds are back home with ace Mike Leake on the mound for Cincinnati against St. Louis Cardinals ace Chris Carpenter. Should be a great pitching matchup tonight. It's going to be hot at the ballpark, and it could be a sellout. Right now, Reds say they've sold about 37,000 tickets for the game. Only a few seats remain for this game tonight. If it is a sellout, it would be the 4th in a row at Great American Ballpark, and that would tie the record for the most consecutive sellouts. Before that, you have to go back to when Junior was chasing 500 home runs to find 4 games in a row that were sold out here. And before that in Cincinnati, if you want to find 4 straight sellouts, you have to go back to 1970, soon after Riverfront Stadium opened. You can follow all the action tonight of the St. Louis game. In fact, the whole series here on the Big One. Airtime tonight is 6:10 with the inside pitch. 700 WLW Bengals update. The Bengals offense looked a whole lot like the one from last season last night. Disappointing performance, according to head coach Marvin Lewis, by the offense, which was supposedly revamped. They managed only 50 yards offense in the first half, couldn't sustain any drives despite the addition now of T.O. The Bengals, in their defense, only played the starters for a series or 2. Marvin says there's a lot of work they have to do. Practice resumes tomorrow at Georgetown College, 3:15. This is the last week of training camp in Georgetown. The Bengals will break camp and come back to Cincinnati to the rest of the workouts at Paul Brown Stadium. A relief worker with close ties to the Tri-State is one of the 10 people murdered in Afghanistan. These were relief workers who were on a medical mission in the northern part of the country, which is no longer patrolled by the U.S. The victim is Cheryl Beckett. You may remember her as the 1996 valedictorian at Claremont Northeastern High School. Her father was a local minister for a while before transferring to Tennessee. Beckett, one of 10 workers killed over the weekend by the Taliban. They have claimed responsibility for these murders. The U.S. says they're trying to find the people responsible. No information yet on funeral arrangements for Beckett. See a new look for the YMCA in Cincinnati, part of the national campaign to kind of reorient the Y. They now just go by the first letter in their name. The new logo is going up around town, trying to put an emphasis on young people and healthy living. It's the first time they've updated things in about 40 years. Going to be another hot, muggy week in the Tri-State. 93 today, 95 tomorrow. Maybe close to 100 by Wednesday in the Tri-State. That could end up being the hottest day of the summer. There's a smog alert in effect now for the Tri-State. $1,000. God darn it. I was done. All right, I'm going to start over.